All right. So in our trial 5 of our matrix trials, we are saying that we should find AB if A is equal to 2, 5, 3, 1, and also B is equal to 3, 4, 0, 2. Exactly. Anytime we have a question like this, the first thing we are supposed to do is that we are supposed to write our solution and repeat the question for 1 mark. Exactly. So we are just going to do that quickly and see how best we can proceed with the work. Exactly. So after you are done repeating your question for 1 mark, then you can just proceed to simplify the work and make more history. Okay. Yes. So our question is in the form of we should find AB if A is equal to 2, 5, 3, 1, and B is equal to 3, 4, 0, 2. So once we put our solution and we repeat our question, then we can now continue to say that what the product of matrix A and what matrix B, like what you are seeing over here, is going to give us this relation. Okay, so we open a very big bracket over here, and just as we did for the initial example that you saw, the 2 is going to multiply the 3, and then the 5 is going to multiply the 0. Okay, so this one is going, so just as you are seeing over here, we are going to get 2 times 3. Okay, yes, plus 5 times the 0. You see, plus 5 times 0. Also, at the other side, we are going to write what this same 2 times this 4, and also this 5 is going to multiply the 2 you are seeing over here. So we're going to write what 2 times 4 plus 5. You see, yes, times 2. As simple as that. Then from here we can just come to close the brackets. You see whatever we are doing. At this point, I expect us to have a pen, a calculator, and also a book beside us, so that once the lecture continue to teach and they make reference to some important things, we can be able to jot down something. Exactly. So whatever we did to the initial, we'll do the, so this one, you realize that this 3 is going to multiply this 3. The negative one can multiply the 0. When we are done with that, this 3 can multiply the 4. The negative one can multiply the 2. As simple as that. Okay. So let's quickly do that together, and that is going to give us what? 3 times 3. Okay, yes, plus 3 times 3 plus what? Negative 1. Negative 1 times 0. You see, very good. So whatever has happened over there, this same 3 is going to multiply the 4, and this negative 1 will come and multiply the what? The 2. So just as you are seeing, we're going to write what? 3 times 4. Okay, yes, plus negative 1 times 2. Yes, just as you are seeing over there. So from here, we say that the rest is no more a complex mathematics, but the rest is just more or less like a core mass. Okay, so from here, we can say that our A times B, we can just simplify it, and then we just arrive at our final answer. Okay, so whatever you are seeing over there, this is the answer that is going to give us. So that is 2, 3 is going to give us 6. Okay, yes, so 6 plus 5 times 0 is still going to give us 0, because any number times 0 is still always 0. Exactly. 3, 3, 9, you see, plus negative 1 times 0 is still 0. Better still, you can use your calculator to point that and see if you can confirm the answer. Okay, negative 1 times 0 will still give you 0, as simple as ABC. So if you come to this part, you realize that 2, 4 is going to give us 8. Okay, plus 5 times 2 is going to give us what? 10. 3, 4, 12. Also, plus what? Negative 1 times 2 is going to give us what? Negative 2. It's going to give us negative 2. As simple as ABC. As simple as ABC. So from here, we can just go on to simplify our final answer, and we can just go on to say that what? The product of matrix A and then matrix B can finally give us a matrix of what? 6 plus 0 is still going to give us 6. 9 plus 0 is still 9. And then 8 plus 10 is going to give us 18. So the 12 plus negative 2 is like you're having 12 cities and you're having 12 cities and then you go and pay a loan you are owing, which is what? 2 cities. You are just going to be left with 10 cities. Okay. So that is what you are seeing over here. So I can close the brackets nicely. And finally, we can say that the product of matrix A and then matrix B, the product of matrix A and then matrix B gave us 6, 18, 9, 10. Yes, 6, 18, 9, 10. Better still, let's take a different example and we see how best we can become history. Yes. Good students should do well to just type whatever question they have in the comment section. I will do well to review it and then I'll give them a feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can become much more history than you have ever been. Let's proceed to solve our trial 6 and see how best life can become much more easier. Exactly. So in our trial 6, we realize that our question is in the form of given that E is equal to 310.214 and F is equal to 1726. We are supposed to find EF. Please take note that E is a hot 3 by 2 matrix, and then F is a 2 by hot 2 matrix. And we are being asked to what? Find the product of this matrix. So what did we say we are supposed to do? Always, if assuming this is our question paper, on our answer booklet, we are supposed to come and write the solution and then we repeat the question. Okay, we repeat the question again for just 1 mark. Exactly. So let's all quickly do that together. Exactly. Yes. So if you are done putting down your question for 1 mark, then this means that you can just proceed to make more history. So that is, you are going to proceed to write out our EF. Okay. Our E times F is going to give us this expression that we are saying. Exactly. So this is how our expression is going to lead us to. And then because we are being asked to multiply EF, whatever we did in the initial step, that is the same that we are going to do. Okay, but you realize that we were using it was going in the form of something like this. Okay. It was going in the form of something like this. Yes, and that is the same way we're doing. So we're going to use this one to multiply this lane. Also, we can use the same person to multiply. We're going to do it until it ends. So look at what we are going to do over here. And that is the 3 is going to multiply the 1. So you're going to write what? 3 times 1. Okay. Plus what? 1 times 2. Okay, plus 1 times. Simple as that. And then in the next step, what else are we going to do? Let's proceed to write it at the other side to complete it. Okay. Yes. So you realize that this same one, 3 is coming to multiply the 7, and the 1 is coming to multiply the 6. Okay. So at the far side, we come to write what? 3 times 7 plus 1 times 6. That is how this is going to look like. Then we proceed to do. So this 0 is coming to multiply the 1. The negative 2 come and multiply it. Yes. So we're going to write 0 times 1. Okay. Yes. Plus negative 2 times 2. Okay. So when we go to the far side, what are we going to do? This same 0 is going to multiply the 7, and the negative 2 come and multiply the what? The 6. So I'm going to write what? 0 times 7 plus negative 2 times 6. You see how it is working? Exactly. Then the last another is you see that 1 times 1, 4 times 2. See, so this 1 multiply the 1. So we're going to write 1 times 1 plus 4 times 2. See. Then when we come to the far side, this one is going to multiply the 7. And then this 4 will also come and multiply the 6. Okay. Yes. So that is what we are going to get over here. And then our equation is just simply going to become 1 times 7, okay, plus 1 times 7 plus 4 times 6, 4 times 6, okay. Yes, just as you are seeing over here. So once we are done expressing it, then think that the rest is no more a building mathematics, but we can just classify it as a core mass. Okay. So from here, we can just, let me quickly change a different color pen and let's just simplify our solution. And that is our relation is now going to become what? Our EF giving us this. And this is what we are going to do. So let's all quickly take our calculators and then let's simplify this together. So finally, you realize that 3 times 1 is going to give us 313. Okay, yes. Plus 2 1 will give you this 2. Okay, 0 times 1 is going to give you what? Any number times 0, we say it's still what? 0, right? Exactly. So 0 times 1 is just going to give us 0 plus negative 2. Negative 2 times 2 is just going to give us what? 4. So it's going to become negative 4. Okay. Yes. 1 times 1 is going to give us 1 plus 2, 4, or 4 times 2 is going to give us what? 8. Yes. Since multiplication and addition is commutative, anyhow we change them, they still give us the right answer we are expected to have. Very, very good. 37 is going to give us 21. Okay. Plus 1 times 6 is still 6. Yes. 0 times 7 is going to give any number times 0. It's still what? 0. Yes. So we put over here 0 plus negative 2 times 6. What is that going to give us? Negative 2 times 6 is going to give us minus 12. You see, as simple as that. And then 1 times 7 is going to give us what? 7. Any number times 1 is still the same number. Plus, let's say 4 times 6. Okay. And the 4 times 6 is just going to give us 24. As simple as ABC. Okay. So this is the relation we are having over here. And finally, even if you want to write our answer in this small box over here that you are seeing, then it means I have to just change color pen. And finally, if you want to write the answer over here, you realize that we are going to be getting a relation such as 2 plus 3 is going to give us 5. Okay. Yes. 0 plus negative 4. Everyone, let's quickly try that. 0 plus negative 4. And what are you going to get? You are still going to be left with what? Negative 4. Negative 4. Okay, as nice as that. 1 plus 8. 1 plus 8 is going to give us 9. 1 plus 8 is going to give us 9. And also, 21 plus 6 is just going to give us 27. It's just going to give us 27. Also, this is just going to leave us with an answer of negative 12. As simple as that. And then the last but not the least, 7 plus 24 is just going to give us 31. 7 plus 24 will leave us with what? 31. So over here, we are going to get what? 31, telling us that the product of matrix E and matrix F, as we are seeing over here in the question that was given to us, is just going to lead us to get an answer of 5, 27, -4, -12, 9, 31. Okay, 9, 31. So that is our final answer. And finally, if you want to just simplify our final answer, we can say that, oh, therefore EF is equal to, and then we simplify it as it's 5, -4, 9. Okay, and then here is going to be what? 27 minus 12, 31. As simple as what? ABC. Good. Let's quickly dive to our trial 7 and see how best we can also become history. Yes, so wherever we started from our trial 6, and then this is where we have gotten to. Okay, let's just quickly or roughly take a trial 7. Okay, and that is the 3x3 matrix for both the left side and the right hand side, and see how best we can be able to make life much more easier for ourselves. Okay, yes, so without beating about the bush, let's quickly take the trial 7, which is quite a bit long, and see how best we can become history. Exactly. So in our trial 7, our question is of the form that given that matrix A is equal to 3, 1, 3, -1, 2, 0, 4, 6, 3, and matrix B is of the form 0, 2, 3, 1, 5, 4, 7, 2, 1. We are supposed to find A, B. We are supposed to find the product of matrix A and then let's say matrix B. Okay, what is the first thing we say we should do? We should always write down the solution and repeat the question for 1 mark. So that is what we are going to do in this step quickly before we continue to solve our work. Good. So we write down the solution and then we come and put down the work, okay, so that we don't lose the mark for that one. Exactly. So as we are done putting down our question, the question is we should find the matrix of we should find the product of matrix A, B. Okay. Since A is a matrix and B is a matrix, you realize that they are almost going to multiply each other. Okay. So if you see me writing A, B over here is equal to what? This whole thing multiplying this whole thing just implies that the whole of this is A, okay? And the whole of this is what? B, okay? So they are multiplying each other as you are seeing over here, as the operation over here is also being affecting them correspondingly. So what are we supposed to do next? Then it means that from whatever rules we have been applying initially, we can just stipulate that here to make life much more easier, okay? Yes. So that is what we are going to do now. And then from whatever we have been doing, it is still the same rule. Okay. Whatever we have been doing is still the same rule. That is the whole of this is going to multiply what? The whole of this is going to continue like that till the end. Okay. This same person is going to multiply the whole of this. This same person is going to multiply the whole of this. When we are done, before we go to the next step, as simple as that, and also vice versa. Let's proceed and see how best we can all become history with whatever I'm saying. Okay. Yeah, so this is how this is going to affect whatever we are doing or whatever I'm saying. So it implies that what we are going to have 3 times this 3 is going to multiply this 0. Okay, so we're going to have 3 times 0, as you are seeing over there. Very, very, very beautiful. From here, what are we supposed to do next? We're supposed to bring the plus sign. Okay, good. 3 times 0, and then the 1 will come and multiply the what? 1. Then after, the 3 will come and multiply the 7. Yes, yes, exactly as we are saying. So we're going to get what? 1 times 1. You see, plus. Now we are going to get what? 3 times 7. 3 times 7. You see, as beautiful as that. Okay. From here, what is the next thing we are going to do? It still proceeds. Okay. It still proceeds the same way. So this same person that now that the whole of these people have come to multiply, let's say, the whole of these people, it implies that the next person we are supposed to move and go and focus is this lane. Okay, since we are done with the first row. Okay, so that is how it's going to be. So over here, we are going to get what? After leaving some smalls, we are going to get 3 times -2. 3 times -2 plus 1 times 5. You see, yes, so 1 times 5. Okay, very, very, very beautiful. Then from there, I'm still going to bring my plus. Okay, no confusion. I'm still going to bring my plus, and we are going to get what? 3 times what? 2. Okay, so we are going to write over here 3 times 2. Very, 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 very beautiful. I can close the bracket over here and then bring the other ones that are yes to be written. So that is how it's going to be. So from here, what are we going to say next? Now that we are done with the second column, we have to come and focus on the third column. So you see, it is still the first row. So now I'm going to multiply the last column just as we are saying. Okay. On this note, I continue to say that the laws of mathematics are the same for all observers in a uniform motion relative to one another. So you are going to say that what? 3 times 3. Okay. So after leaving some small space, we can say that this 3 is going to multiply the 3. So 3 times 3. 3 times 3, okay, yes, plus 1 times 4, okay, plus 1 times 4, times what? 3 times 1. So the last one is going to just become what? 3 times 1. Just as simple as what? A, B, C. So whatever we did to the row 1, I'm going to do the same thing to all. So now that we are done with the row 1, the second person of focus that we are going to focus is the what? It's just the second row. So we are going to take the second row like this, as you are seeing over here. We're going to take the second row and use the second row to multiply the various columns we are seeing. Okay. So second row is going to go against what? Column 1 of B first. So this is how it's going to be. Let's all quickly perform that experiment together. And we are going to get what? -1 times 0 first of all, then plus we said that what? 2 times 1. Okay, yes, then we still bring the plus again. Then after this plus, we can say that 0 times 7. 0 times 7. As beautiful as what we are seeing over there. 0 times 7. Yes. So now that we are done with this, we move to the next column. So you see that we are done with this column. So we are going to move to the next column. And that is the next person of focus now would have been this one. You see. So -1 will go and multiply the first one. 5 will come and multiply. 2 will go and multiply the 5. And 0 will come and multiply the 2. As beautiful as that, as we are all seeing. So this is going to be -1. Okay. -1 times -2. Very, very, very beautiful. Plus 2 times 5. Okay. 2 times 5. Yes. Then we still bring our plus what? 0 times 2. So 0 times 2. 0 times 2. Yes. You see. That is how it's going to look like. -1 times -2. 2 times 5 plus 0 times 2. Then at the far side, what is going to happen? Now that we are done with this column, they realize that we have to focus on the last column too. So this is now going to become something like what? -1 times 3. So you're going to get -1 times 3. You see? Yes. Plus 2 times 4. This 2 times 4. Okay, good. Then over here, we come and write plus what? 0 times 1. 0 times 1. You see, very, 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 very beautiful as that. Negative 1 times 3, 2 times 4, and 0 times 1. Yes. So now that we are done with that, for A, we are coming to now focus on the last row. So we'll just come and focus on the last row now like this. See. So this last row, as you are seeing like this, is going to multiply the first column first. So we are going to take it in bits by bits like that. Very, very, very good. So this implies that we are going to get a relation such as 4 times 0, 6 times 1, and then what? 3 times 7. Yes, at this side. Very, very beautiful as that. So we are going to write 4 times 0. Okay, very good. 4 times 0 plus 6 times 1. 6 times 1. Okay, plus 3 times 7. 3 times 7. Okay, very, very, very beautiful as you are seeing over there. Now that we are done with this column, we can move to the other column and also see how best we can become history. So let me just shift this quickly. And that is, we are going to now focus on this column. Okay, so in focusing on this column, it's going to be what? 4 times negative 2. So let's all do that together. 4 times negative 2. Okay, good. Plus 6 times 5. 6 times 5. Okay, very beautiful. And then plus 3 times 2. 3 times 2. Okay, very, 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 very good. So from here, what can we do next? It implies that we can just focus on the last column. And then from there, we can say that the rest can now be assumed as commas. Okay, good. So we are going to get what? 4 times 3. Okay, yes. We're going to get 4 times 3 plus 6 times 4. 6 times 4. Okay, yes. Plus what? 3 times 1. 3 times 1. Okay, yes. So once you're able to get something like this, then it means that you are just almost done with the work. So the rest is just a matter of simplification. The rest just becomes a matter of simplification. So let's just do well to just wrap up and see how best the answer may look like. From here, we say that this is what we are going to get. Better still, let me use a different color pen to indicate that, to enhance understanding. Okay, so from here, this is the answer we are supposed to get. So any number times 0 is still what? 0. So 3 times 0 is going to give us what? 0. Okay, so 0 plus 1 times 1 is going to give us 1. 3, 7, 21, right? So we're going to write over here 21. As simple as ABC. Let's do it row by row. So negative 1 times 0 is still what? Negative 1. Then I bring my plus. You see, good. 2, 1 is still going to give us what? 2. Yes. Plus what? 0 times 7 is still what? 0. Any number times 0 is still 0. Very, very, very good. And also, 4 times 0. 4 times 0 is going to give us what? 0. As we are seeing over here. Then we bring our plus. 6, 1 is still 6. Plus what? 3, 1, 27. 3, 7, 21. Okay. 3 times 7 is just going to give us 21. As simple as ABC. As simple as ABC, just you are seeing over there. Also, I want to just say that the negative 1 okay, times 0 would have given us 0. So over here is supposed to be 0. Okay, so let me just quickly indicate that quick, and let's go. So here is 0. Yes, here is 0. Very, 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 very good. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. So we are now on this column, and that is 3 times negative 2 is going to give us what? 3 times negative 2 is going to give us 6, negative 6. So negative 6 plus negative 6 plus 5, 1 is going to give us 5. Okay, plus 2, 3, 6. You see, very, very good. And then from there, we can say that negative 1 times negative 2 is going to give us what? A negative 1 is going to, nega is so you're going to get positive 2. You see, yes, plus 2, 5 is going to give us 10. Okay, yes, then plus 0. Any number times 0 is still what? 0. Yes, as simple as ABC. But here we say that what? We have to multiply negative 2 times 4 or 4 times negative 2. So 4 times negative 2 is going to give us 8. It's going to give us 8. Okay, that is not just 8, but it's going to give us negative 8. Yes, and then plus, I bring my plus over here. 6, 5, 30. As we all know, 6 times 5 is going to give us 30. And then we said that we still bring our plus. So you see over here, 2, 3 is going to give us 6. Yes, you see. Good students can be able to simplify all of this even quick before the teacher will do that. So that is 3, 3, 9. 3, 3 is going to give us 9. Okay, plus 1 times 4 is 4, 1, 4. You see, yes, plus what? 3, 1, 3. You see, so over here, negative 1 times 3 is just going to give me what? Negative 3. You see, negative 3. Very, very, very beautiful as that, as we are seeing over there. 2, 4 is just going to give us 8. 2, 4 would have given us 8. Okay, so I put over here the 8 as we are seeing over there. 2, 4, yes, 2, 4, 8. Plus 1 times 0 is still give us what? 0. Very, 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 very beautiful. Let's quickly do what to complete the last one. 3, 4 is going to give all of us how much? 12. 3, 4 is going to give us 12. Okay, so we're going to say we're going to get 12 plus, we're going to get 12 plus 6. 6 times 4 is going to give us what? 24. 24 plus what? 3, 1, 3. Finally, that we are done, we can just close our bracket and then still continue to simplify the work. Okay, we are almost done. We are not yet done. Let me just change to a different color pen so that we can use to complete the work. So finally, you realize that from wherever we started from, we are almost coming to an end. Okay. We are almost coming to an end. And that is, from here, we can just say that 0 plus 1 plus 21. Look at 21 plus 1 just going to give us what? 22. So here would have been just what? 22. You see. 0 plus 2 plus 2 is just still going to be what? 2. Yes. And then 21 plus 6 is going to give us 27. Very, 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 very beautiful. See. Over here is just like, watch. Negative 6 plus 5 is just going to give us what? Negative 1. Negative 6 plus 5 is going to give us negative 1. And negative 1 plus 6 is going to give us 5. So the total of this is just going to give us what? 5. You see. we are doing this without the use of a calculator. Yes. So let's proceed. 2 plus 10 plus 0 is just going to give us 12. Very, very, very beautiful, just as you are seeing. 12. Yes. And then negative 8 plus 30. What is that going to give us? Negative 8 plus 30 is just going to give us 22. And 22 plus 6 is just going to give us what? 28. It's going to give us 28. So let's put the 28 down. Very, very, very good. Very, very, very good. Finally, let's complete the other one. And then 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4 is just going to give us 13. And then 13 plus 3 is just going to give us 16. As beautiful as that. So over here, we're going to see 16 over here. And then negative 3 plus 8 plus 0 is just going to give us 5. It's just going to give us 5. So finally, the last but not the least, let's say that 24 plus 12, okay, plus 3 would have given us 39. 39. Yes. So this is how far we have been able to come in the multiplication of matrix from the example we started with from the scalar, and also to a scalar multiplying a matrix, and also a matrix A multiplying matrix B, or one matrix multiplying the other. We started with 2 by 2 matrix. We came to multiply a 2 by 2 matrix with a 2 by 3 matrix. And now we've come to use a 3 by 3 matrix to multiply a 3 by 3 matrix. We also know how it looks like. Yes, very, very, very good. And this is how far we have come. This is how far we have come. I expect good students to ask more questions in class than answer questions, okay? So at this point, if you have any question to ask, any contribution you wish to make, you can just type it in the comment section, when I will just review that and give you a feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that anytime I release a lecture video, even if I don't tell you, once you have already clicked on the notification bell, they will just give you a notification that I have dropped a new video, and then life can be much more easier. Also, I'll advise you to get more in touch with me, because not all the videos on the website that you can see, most of them are unlisted, and you just have to involve me or interrogate me or see me in person, so that you can be able to get a full access of most of my videos. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. I wish you all the best. Meet me in the next lecture season to become much more history in matrices. In our next season, we are going to be talking about the determinant of matrices. Thank you.